Married at First Sight UK, Season 10, Episode 24. It's our 50 subscribers special. You haven't seen James, but now you're going to see James. James is always part of the team, just James is never in when we do this. But because we've got 50 subscribers, and I think, did we get a special letter from, we did, didn't we, from YouTube? Yeah, they sent us.
Yeah, look, it's there.
Oh, yeah, there it is. They
There's
sent
the
us
card.
a special card.
Yeah.
It was something like, Dear team, not since Mr. Beast started on YouTube have we ever. Anyway, it goes on and on and on.
Yeah.
And,
It was just, actually, I tuned out. It was so long.
Yeah, it was really
so long and
sappy
too complimentary.
too.
Yeah.
It was weirdly sappy for
So
YouTube.
we just get
Yeah.
enough of that.
Anyway, thanks, YouTube, and thank
And
you to our 50 subscribers.
YouTube got us a special cake as well, see?
They did.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Katie
So-
didn't go out and get that.
Real candle, that.
That wasn't Katie, and it didn't come from Little. It came from like a really expensive cake shop, and someone else paid for it for us.
Yeah.
So
Now everybody, blow on the candle, and including the subscribers.
Okay,
No,
one,
the subscribers first.
2, 3.
There you go.
Yay!
Yay!
Thank you to our 50 subscribers.
And that donut that is now infected with some horrible disease, who knows what.
Yeah, that can be yours.
It's been,
You can have that one.
Yeah.
thanks.
I mean,
Alright.
50 different people blowing on one candle. That's a lot of germs. That's pretty impressive, really.
Well, 54, really.
That's a beautiful
You count-
culture.
Keep
Nice.
James. James is our moral compass.
Yes.
That's why he's not here for most
If
videos.
it were not for James, you can't imagine what we might get up to.
Yeah.
You don't do the MAFS reactions because of how much you love MAFS, isn't that right? You wouldn't be able to handle the sheer emotion, your joy. Isn't that right?
No, I genuinely can't stand some of the people, and they're just a bit few fries short of a Happy Meal type of stuff.
Thank you, James, for joining us.
You're wel-
Thank you for being a part of our team and helping us get to 50 subscribers.
You're welcome.
So what do you want to do now?
Politely asked to leave the room promptly.
We need to get rid of our moral compass.
Yeah, moral compass has got to go away because we're going to talk MAFS, and there's some pretty good stuff to talk about tonight.
There is, it's juicy.
We're going to do it.
Next
Yeah.
100 subscriber special, we'll bring another random man in here.
And much like Maeve, our man is gone.
Yep.
So, we're back at the apartments. We get on to the commitment ceremonies, which, you know, they're always insightful, fun. No one cries. We got on to Grace and Ashley.
Yeah.
Ash doesn't seem to be able to win. Grace was getting upset about their banter and friendship at the dinner parties. So he explained to April, you know, look, this is causing a little bit of friction. So, you know, I'm out of wanting things to work out with my wife. I hope you understand, but I'm going to back away from that. She was like, yeah, man, cool, I get
So-
it. And then Grace still had a hissy fit.
So what you're saying is, Ashley listened to his wife, came up with a solution, dealt with the problem, went back to his wife, and she was elated that he had dealt with it? No, that's not what happened.
I'm not sure if she would have wanted to be there for that conversation anyway. Because that conversation boils down to, you like my man for all of his qualities. Stop doing that. That's like a really awkward thing to have to say in person to someone.
There was no winning in this situation because...
Not for any of them.
No.
Yeah.
And if Ash hadn't have addressed it with April, then the next dinner party, it just would have been another thing to bring up on the sofa with the experts the next day.
If he
However-
hadn't have dealt with it, she would say, yeah, I told you about my problem, you didn't do anything about it.
That's right.
And because he did say something about it, I told you about the problem that we should solve together, and you went and solved it on your own, you evil man.
You took charge and
Now,
you...
I'm just going to say,
Yeah.
because this needs to be said right now,
Yep.
Amanda,
Yeah.
if I tell you about a problem,
Yeah.
right, and you go off and you solve it all on your own and I don't have to do anything, thank you. That's what I call a marriage.
Yeah.
One person having a problem and the other person solving that problem for them and not asking for thanks, not asking for anything out of it, just going and solving the problem so the problem no longer exists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. So what it comes back to with the pair of them is that they're both worried about losing themselves in the relationship. Ashley's changed a heap of stuff about himself, which I don't think is good because I think he started off a good guy.
Yep.
But Grace is talking about wanting to be how did she word it? She doesn't want to be swallowed up by it, or she doesn't.
Yeah.
What was the wording?
Engulfed? No.
She was implying that she was losing her individuality or
Autonomy?
maybe.
Yeah.
She was losing that sense of self. Well, here's the thing, people. When you get married, the term married means to be made one. You do lose your individuality. And if you think that's bad, don't get married.
Even though they were last. Well, they were at the beginning of the show. There was a lot about them at the beginning of the show, hence we've started talking about it. And then, of course, they were the last ones to go up on the couch. He clearly was doing we've just been intimate, and she wants to start talking about someone who really doesn't have any significance.
Nah, do you know what I think Ashley's actually reading into this?
Yeah.
And I think he's right.
Right.
This is a test. She gives me tests all the time. This is such a test. We've just been intimate, and now I'm going to talk about the other chick who's into me. Yep, sounds like a test.
The experts really didn't seem to help at all.
No idea.
Abigail and John. Well, pretty much.
They're doing good.
They're great. They're talking about children. They're talking about the future.
Oh, John's bad take.
Yeah.
They're talking about children. You can talk about children without actually having children before you say you love each other.
Yeah.
We spoke about children on our first date.
But we hashed it all out on our first
We
date.
did, hashed it all out, the whole lot.
I mean, it wasn't like a job interview, but it was. I suppose it kind of was.
First dates are a job interview.
Look, we just
Hardest job you'll ever
asked
take on.
all we'll call it the hard questions that most
Yep.
people don't want to ask. We just laid it straight out. Like, man, I don't have time for this. Right, so Nelly and Stephen. So
just give it up.
Julia-Ruth got dragged into it again, of course. Mel called him out on not being emotionally supporting Nelly at the dinner, which was a little bit of that because he did back up Julia-Ruth, and yet he didn't. He could have put his hand on her back. He could have put his hand on her leg. He could have said
Put
to
his
her,
hand over her mouth.
look, there's a number of things he could have done when everybody else was doing the Nelly. Just stop. Stop. You're giving Julia-Ruth what she wants. Just stop.
Oh, she was feeding the fire, man. She was absolutely feeding the fire.
He was done with her, and the way he deals with people who he's done with is by getting out of there. And when you're in a relationship with the person that you're done with, getting out of there isn't always the option.
To be fair, he told her at the beginning he didn't want any of that drama in his life.
Yeah.
So she wants the drama. He's told her he doesn't want it.
Yep.
He's backed away.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
There you go. Get your drama, have your drama.
anyway, she was a bit blindsided because he wrote "Stay for now." Oh,
Honestly, if I was on this show, I would just write that of like when we're having a great time, just to like spice it up a bit. Like, you never know. It's always around the corner.
If every stay wasn't stay for now, they would only need one commitment ceremony.
yeah.
We'll just do that. The whole show would be, I think we've had this conversation before, the whole series would be 3 episodes long.
Yeah.
We married these people. We went to a commitment ceremony. They said stay. And now we put them out into the world.
That's right. We set them loose. Off you go,
The
kids.
whole point of it is it's a stay for now.
Yeah.
But to say it is a bit rude.
Davide and Keye, they're loved
fine.
up. They're
Yeah, they're
talking about. Keye is a little bit anxious about them not waking up next to each other anymore.
Yep.
The whole 30-minute taxi ride away, Rick and I both just went, what? Anyway, moving on. They're loved up.
Both of them can move 15 minutes each way.
That's exactly right. Anywho, they're sweet. They're good. They're talking about life outside the experiment. That's great. Maeve, we're sorry it didn't work out. You went from 0 to 100 again. You and Joe just, the letter was really nice. He didn't have to write a letter. He didn't have to do it.
I
I think you'll find he probably did.
Yeah.
I think you'll find they probably did we're going to cut you out and give you a really bad narrative.
I
Or
think
you can write the letter.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, maybe.
I think the reason that she was like, oh, I can't trust his word anymore, was that she was so emotionally disconnected from him after the week apart that she's like, there isn't a connection there anymore. We built a bunch of trust and you dropped it.
We're talking about Maeve and Joe?
Yes.
No, that's not the case. The reason she couldn't take the letter is because if she accepted that letter and that he meant well, her going off her nut at him for saying hello would have made her the bad guy in her head. She can't accept the letter because she can't be the bad guy. And frankly, I don't mind it. She's got to live with herself.
Yeah.
Right?
Coping
And
mechanisms.
at this point, it's not about Maeve and Joe. At this point, it's about Maeve and Joe.
Beck and Bay, they're tight.
Yeah,
They've got anxiety about leaving the experiment, which, that's normal.
Yeah.
Although
You're going to
Bay
have to go out and work for a living.
Yeah, Bay did say that he's excited to introduce Beck to Bluebell, his daughter.
Yes.
To
is
which
great.
the experts were all like, ooh, and John was like, ooh. Yeah, that's sweet. That's nice that he is thinking that far ahead. So, that's sweet for them.
Yep.
So we moved on to Lee and Leah. Well, basically they said they're progressing in their intimacy. Leah had said something when she was questioned about, intimacy, and she said, well, I don't do that with my friends.
Yep.
So we're clearly more than friends.
Yeah.
I don't buy Lee yet.
And we don't have longer to see if it is genuine.
No, I don't buy Lee
Yeah.
because I just don't. I don't trust her.
Because of how she acted previously.
Yeah,
You don't think she
I
could have
just
made
think
that
she's trying to
turnaround?
keep herself in the narrative at this point.
Anyway,
Either way, they're happy.
yeah, they're going good. Julia-Ruth and Davarni.
Julia-Ruth made one comment that I think speaks volumes for the whole thing.
Okay.
I've got out of this what I wanted.
Yeah.
Okay. She was in it for clicks.
Mm.
She's got herself a big storyline. She sees Insta money.
Yep.
And that's what she wanted. The next we'll see of Julia-Ruth is that she'll be with some group that does, I don't know, face fillers and makeovers or cosmetic surgery. She'll be getting a makeover to become more fabulous, and she'll be posting about it all the time and getting paid. That's why she was there.
I think we've seen so much of her drama at this point that she's just going to fade into irrelevancy. No matter what she does, she could become the
she's
biggest pop
completely
star ever.
irrelevant to the world.
Yeah.
But that's what we'll see of Julia-Ruth. That's what she's going to do.
Okay.
We've seen so many over the years, tacky, horrible people do that few, I suppose, magazine spreads they used to do in the old days.
Yep.
But they go on to become influencers for a short time. That's the goal, make some dough and move on.
Yep.
So, I mean, worst case scenario, she'll be on Loose Women in 5 years.
They both left, thank goodness.
What else was there to do?
She supposedly said that what she learned when she was asked, that she needed to think before she spoke.
Yep. Think before you speak, and
I
think
think
about how your actions affect other people.
Yeah.
Which is stuff that I'm pretty sure most people were taught at about 4.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I got the whole think before you speak, and I was getting that until about 6, because I'm a bit of a slow learner. But even at that point, I think that's the hard limit for when you can learn to think.
So
think
she's
before you speak.
graduated MAFS to become a 6-year-old.
Yeah. Next up, shapes and colours.
My classic line to you, both you kids, was, "Be the thinker behind the thought." I remember the first time I said that to both of you. You both looked at me like, "What
What do you
is she
mean?
talking
What does
about?"
that mean?
Be the thinker behind the thought. What the hell is Mum talking
I
about?
am the thinker behind the thought, but I don't have any right now.
Alicia and Reese, they enjoyed the retreat. Their intimacy is getting better. It's not at a prescribed
scheduled
bedtime
anymore,
Not
yep.
scheduled anymore.
More free
I mean, she's innocent. She's not a bunny boiler or anything.
She's sweet.
Yeah.
She's
she
nice.
is. They're going good.
She's sweet. He's got less.
I mean,
thoughts
she's a
than
bit
he
of a
used to.
nut job, but a nut job in a nice way. I like her.
Yeah. She's a no harm nut job. You're not going to
Yeah,
go, oh
she's
my God, she burnt the
absolutely
house
harmless.
down.
No.
She's not going to do that.
I mean, she might burn the house
about
down,
to say,
but it's
yeah.
because she's trying to cook chips.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so by accident. She's not going
Yeah.
to do it on purpose. April and Leo. Leo was blindsided on the sofa, which we
You
knew
can
that was
see
coming.
His little mouth dropped open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His
And then
his mullet went flat.
and the whole Ashley thing, right? And him hearing constantly that she's continually basically saying, man, Ash is my kind of guy, which, hey, fair call. Ash is kind of pretty much most
The
women's guy,
thing is,
right? But he didn't want to make an issue of it. He didn't want to get inside his own head and obsess about it. So he did I'm going to try and stay like cool, calm and rational about this. She finds him attractive. Yeah, that's fine. She does. I can't do anything about that. That's That's how she feels about that. Why make an issue out of it? So he didn't. And
Yeah.
then it was Paul who
It's always
basically
Paul.
then it was like, oh, just don't, mate, don't.
Yeah.
Do you know the thing that I find really interesting about this?
Mm.
We had this conversation the other day about how men as a group will look at a man and go, that's a good looking guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or he's a reasonable bloke.
Yep.
We'll just go with the old Australian term of good bloke.
Yep.
He's a good bloke.
Yep.
Right. They can spot it a mile away and a group of guys can say, yes, good bloke.
Yeah.
Bit
Yeah.
of an idiot.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah.
loser, keep away.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's really straightforward, but it doesn't seem to have the same. Women folk don't seem to have the same
No.
relationship.
No.
Everyone's either a 10
Yeah.
or she's a nasty cow.
So that was
Middle
really
ground.
that was really hard to watch because Paul basically turned to Leo and sat it in his lap and
It's
said,
all his fault.
you
Yeah.
need to take charge and you need to talk about your emotions and about how you're feeling.
Leave
They
it be.
brought up about the questions being asked at the retreat, but they didn't bring up that one crucial question that Beck asked her and she answered, which was when she said they'd had the drunken
Yeah.
lots of
Drunken
drunk
hookups.
sex.
Yep.
Yeah, and that was good. But then she had sober sex, and that was not good. And she is not feeling connected to him even on that level now either.
Yeah,
and
I
he
just
does
think
not know that. He has got no idea
I just think they're doomed.
because she's checked out. You can see sitting on the
She's
sofa.
completely checked out.
She checked out on the retreat. She's checked out. You know, she was probably happy that they turned around and laid it at Leo's feet and said, it's basically up to you, mate.
Yeah, April is as checked out as Stephen is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Stephen's checked out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, unless there's any more couples,
No, we're done.
yeah, no, for the wife swap, I suppose in this case, pairing Leah up with Lisha is nuts.
And then
Well,
saying...
it's evil.
Then,
Yeah.
But then, didn't we say this?
And then Lee was doing Red of the
This is
Riot
the
Act.
list.
Yeah.
There will be no sleeping in the zone. There
There'll
will
be no
You will
flirting.
no look at her. You will always present your back to her. So
You're
she
sleeping
doesn't...
on the lounge. You will eat different meals.
Actually, you're not even going to spend time in the room with her.
That's right.
Actually, if
You're
they
not
bring-
even going.
If an envelope goes under the door, you're to push it back under the door.
That's exactly
Push
right.
it back out.
Put that doorstop up against the door so they can't shove that envelope under the door.
And Nelly
Yeah.
and Stephen.
Ooh,
Nelly
yeah.
and Stephen with the picture. Obviously, we don't know what it is about yet. But if it is just as simple as he put a selfie with a friend up on the fridge,
Yes, that's what it was.
well, we don't. Okay, we don't know for sure that it wasn't.
If they didn't have an agreement not to do something like that,
Yeah,
and then he went and did it,
because they could have. They could have.
they could
Yeah,
have.
true.
But
True.
if they didn't, did insane reaction to putting a picture on the fridge.
Yeah.
Either way,
Anyway,
we will see you tomorrow on
we
that.
will. Tomorrow night, I'm sure more drama will unfold.
How about we just fade to a great big donut with a 50 candle on top?
We can't do that. You ate it.